If there's one simple thing that almost everyone has at home and has no idea of the power it holds, it's cloves. And I'm not exaggerating. At one point in history, cloves were worth more than gold. People traded cloves for bars of gold. Today, they are forgotten at the back of the kitchen cupboard, used only to flavor a sweet or a ham. And few people know what happens when you use cloves the right way, especially when you turn it into clove water and drink it at night. I want to explain this to you calmly and simply, because this is exactly the kind of knowledge that the EDU Health Tips channel exists to provide. If this type of content helps you, go ahead and like this video now, subscribe to the channel, and at the end, comment down below if you've ever used cloves for anything other than cooking. Clove is that small, dark, hard structure with a strong and distinctive smell. It is small but extremely concentrated. For thousands of years, it has been used as a natural remedy in various cultures. In China, it has been used for over 2,000 years to treat digestive issues, pain, and infections. During the time of the Black Death, those famous images of people wearing long masks show that they burned herbs and spices to inhale the vapors. One of the main ones was clove, precisely because of its antiviral and antibacterial properties. Before modern dentistry existed, before anesthesia as we know it today, clove oil was used to relieve toothache, gum infections, and even in minor procedures. And this is not a legend. Even today, many dentists recognize that the analgesic effect of clove is similar to chemical anesthetics. It acts directly on the nerve, helping to reduce pain quickly. The most impressive thing is that clove does not just one thing. It is antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, and anti-candida all at the same time. In addition, it has analgesic and anti-inflammatory effects and helps with blood circulation. That is why it appears in studies, patents, and products such as mouthwashes, toothpaste, treatments for gingivitis, and even formulas to improve digestion and blood flow. When researchers began to compare clove oil with traditional medications, the results drew a lot of attention. In studies comparing clove oil with anesthetics used in dental offices, clove had a faster onset of action, lasted longer, and even fought infection at the same time. In other words, it not only relieved pain, but also attacked the cause. In another study, the main compound of clove, called eugenol, was compared to anti-inflammatories used on the skin, and the effect was equal to or even better in reducing redness and swelling. In cases of fungi, such as nail fungus and athlete's foot, clove oil was faster in eliminating fungi than well-known oils, such as tea tree oil. Now, all of this would already be impressive on its own. But what stands out to me is the effect of clove when used internally in the correct way, especially in the form of clove water taken at night. Many people do not associate it, but clove has a natural calming effect. It helps the body relax, improves digestion, reduces inflammation, and also contributes to deeper sleep. Therefore, drinking clove water before bed can be a simple strategy for those who have difficulty falling asleep, wake up tired, or feel their body is always tense at night. One of the first things clove water does is support the liver. It stimulates enzymes involved in detoxification, helping the liver break down inflammatory substances and metabolic waste. When the liver functions better, the whole body feels it. Digestion improves, the intestines work better, the skin tends to be more balanced, and even sleep tends to improve. Speaking of digestion, clove water is excellent for those who suffer from bloating, gas, a heavy feeling in the stomach, or slow digestion. Many people take it after a heavy meal and notice relatively quick relief. It stimulates digestive enzymes and helps the stomach and intestines work more efficiently. Another important point is the respiratory effect. Clove helps to thin mucus and has antimicrobial action. People with cough, phlegm, bronchitis, mild asthma, or a feeling of heaviness in the chest can benefit greatly. It acts as a natural antibiotic, but without the classic side effects of chemical antibiotics. There are also reports and studies observing improvements in focus, concentration, and mental clarity. This likely happens because clove improves circulation and reduces inflammatory processes in the nervous system. It's nothing miraculous, but it can be an interesting support for those who feel mentally slow or tired. The heart also benefits. Clove water helps with blood circulation, contributes to a more efficient flow, and supports cardiovascular health. When circulation improves, tissues receive more oxygen and nutrients, which reflects in increased energy and less feeling of fatigue. In the immune system, clove acts as a constant support. Being antimicrobial, it helps the body better deal with bacteria, viruses, and fungi. It doesn't replace medical treatment, of course, but it can be an interesting natural complement in daily life. Many people use clove water even as a mouthwash. It helps with breath, reduces bacterial plaque, and acts against biofilms in the mouth. This has a direct relation to overall health because oral problems are linked to systemic inflammation. And finally, sleep. This may be the benefit that surprises people the most. Clove water has a mildly sedative effect without causing dependence or that hangover effect that sleep medications often cause. Additionally, clove contains compounds that help in the production of serotonin, which then transforms into melatonin, the sleep hormone. Now let's get to the practical part, which is what everyone wants to know. How to prepare clove water the right way. You will take 4 to 5 cloves. Place them in a cup of water. Bring it to a boil. When it boils, lower the heat and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. It is important to cover the container during this time because many important compounds evaporate and need to return to the water. After that, turn off the heat and let it cool. I like to let it sit for at least an hour. Some people prefer to put it in the refrigerator after it cools. Ideally, consume it about 30 minutes before sleeping. The flavor is strong, slightly bitter, but many people like it. For children, it can be too strong. In that case, you can add half a teaspoon of honey, preferably pure honey. It becomes much more pleasant. If you want to use clove externally, it's also simple. A few drops of essential oil diluted in coconut oil or olive oil can be used for muscle or joint pain. Mixed with Epsom salt and warm water, it can be used for massage. For superficial wounds, a few drops mixed with aloe vera help with healing and act as an antiseptic. The most interesting thing is that we are talking about something cheap, accessible, and with very few side effects when used sensibly. It's not a trend, it's not an expensive supplement, it's not a miracle promise. It's ancient, simple, and functional knowledge. Now I want to know from you. Had you ever heard of these benefits of clove? Have you ever used clove water? Comment down below because I read the comments, and it helps a lot in defining the next content here at EDU Health Tips. If this video helped you, share it with someone in your family. Sometimes, something so simple can make a huge difference in someone's routine. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos.